1994 to 2009, he had held many important academic positions, like assistant professor at the Department of Thai and Vietnamese Studies, Seminar of Language and Culture of China, University of Hamburg, visiting professor of traditional Lao literature at the Department of Lao Language and Literature at National University of Laos, professor of the history at Southeast Asia at University of Munster, and since 2009 until today, he has been a professor of language and culture of Thailand or Thai studies at Asia Pacific Institute, University of Hamburg. During his long-term academic career, he has produced more than 50 publications, including monograph, edited volume, books, and articles in journals. Let me mention some his work related to Buddhism and Thai Lao study. New Insight into Lao Buddhist Manuscript Culture, a catalog of manuscripts kept in the monks' abbot Kuti of Prakhamjan Virajitto, the late abbot of Wat San Sukharam Luang Prabang. The Lao Sangha and Modernity, Luang Prabang, published in 2015. Buddhism, Power and Political Order in Pre-20th Century Laos, published in 2017. Multifaceted perspective on the Buddhist archive of Luang Prabang, the case of the Shattha Sankhayana and the Buddhist Yanti, Buddhism and Animism and in Northern Thailand, Lana, Western Perception of the late 19th century, Buddhism and Nationalism, published in Oxford Bibliography in Buddhism, The History of
Recording in progress.
and the Buddhist Culture of Thai in Southwestern China, Thai manuscript in the Dhamma script domain, surveying, preservation, and documentation. A note on Thai หรือ wooden Buddha image inscription and Buddhist manuscript colophon from Northern Laos. Now it is a special. Please welcome Professor Dr. Volker Grabowsky. Please, Professor.ไม่ได้ยินเสียงอาจารย์ไม่ได้ยิน
Please turn on your microphone.
ครับกราบนมัสการพระคุณเจ้าทุกรูปสวัสดีคณาจารย์และผู้เข้ารับฟังสัมมนาทุกท่านนะครับข้าพเจ้ารู้สึกเป็นเกียรติอย่างสูงที่ได้รับเชิญมาให้การบรรยายพิเศษในโอกาสวันนี้โดยนี้ขออนุญาตใช้ภาษาอังกฤษต่อไปนะครับ Venerable monks, dear distinguished audience, it is a great honor for being invited to deliver the keynote address to the International and National Academic Conference year 2021, organized by the Graduate School of Maha Chulalongkorn Ratchavidyalaya University. Actually, I would have preferred to be with you in Thailand, but the COVID-19 pandemic, which is still haunting so many countries in the world, including Thailand and Germany, does not allow this. In Germany, it is now 8 o'clock in the morning as we have Central European summertime, which is lagging 5 hours behind Thai time. Thus, I have to apologize for delivering my keynote speech, not at the beginning, but almost at the end of your imminent conference. And I now would like to open my PowerPoint presentation, which I have prepared. So a few moments, please. I know. I hope it will be no technical problem. Do you see my PowerPoint now?
Sure, Professor.
Yes, sir, we can see.
Yeah, so I do from the beginning. In recent years, the studies of manuscripts and manuscript cultures has seen a remarkable upsurge worldwide. In 2011, the Center for the Studies of Manuscript Cultures, CSMC, was founded at the University of Hamburg and has since then got the reputation as one of the world's leading institutions in this field. Many dozens of researchers from many countries in the world and many different disciplines work together to shed new light on our understanding of writing as an essential cultural practice of human beings. Thai studies and Buddhist studies have participated with own projects. Here you see a number of projects that I had the honor to supervise, and a number of Thai scholars, you see here their names, have participated or are still participating in this great endeavor. The Center for the Studies of Manuscript Culture defines a manuscript as an artifact planned and realized to provide surfaces on which visible signs are applied by hand. It is portable, self-contained, and unique. In the case of mainland Southeast Asia, with the exception of Vietnam, the vast majority of extant manuscripts are essentially Buddhist in nature. In fact, more than 90% of extant manuscripts in Myanmar, Thailand, Laos, Cambodia contain Buddhist texts. In 2009, Stephen Berkowitz, Julian Schober, and Claudia Brown published a volume under the title Buddhist Manuscript Cultures, Knowledge, Ritual, and Art. As you see on the right side, the book gives a fine overview of the production, use, and transmission of Buddhist manuscripts. It also contains articles on Thai manuscripts, such as by Ajahn Momluang Pataraphon Jirapravat, From Text to Image, copying as Buddhist practice in late 14th century. This article elaborates on the copying of images and texts as a meritorious act or anisong. Another article written by Justin McDaniel entitled Two Buddhist Librarians, The Proximate Mechanisms of Northern Thai History, provides a fascinating account of the endeavors of two charismatic monks from Lana, namely Kruba Kesarapanyo of Wat La Hin in Lampang and Kruba Kanchana from Wat Sung Men in Phrae. Research on Buddhist manuscripts from Myanmar has been carried out in recent years, among others, by Christian Lammertz, who was professor of Buddhist studies at Rutgers University in the US, and by Alexei Kirichenko from Moscow State University. Cambodian manuscripts have been researched since the 1980s by Olivier de Bernon from the l'École Française d'Extrême-Orient in Paris, while research of Buddhist manuscripts in Thailand have been undertaken by quite a number of scholars inside and outside Thailand. I would only like to mention Ajahn Peter Skilling and his admirable fragile palm leaf manuscript. Buddhist manuscripts from Lanna or northern Thailand and Laos were studied, for example, by Harold Hundius, whose path-breaking article, The Colophones of 30 Pali Manuscripts from Northern Thailand, published in the Journal of the Pali Text Society in 1990, paved the way for further research. The famous Pali scholar Oskar von Hinüber from Freiburg University published in 2013 a catalogue, you see on the right side, of Pali manuscripts kept at Wat La Hin in Lampang, as important actors in this respect. Finally, I will briefly discuss the transformation of Lao Buddhist manuscript culture in the age of printing technology and nowadays digital technology. First of all, let me make one principal remark. In Burmese, Mon, and Khmer manuscript cultures, one single script is used to write all kinds of text. What does it mean? This means that two religious texts, as the name says already. The same was the case in Laos with regard to the parallel use of Lao Buhan or Old Lao and Tam Lao scripts. The Shan or Tayai in Eastern Myanmar use Burmese characters to write Pali text, while various Tai Nua groups in Yunnan apply the secular Li Tuo script along with the religious Tam script. The variety of scripts makes manuscript and epigraphic cultures of the Thai world uniquely diverse, rich, and complex. Two different scripts are found in the Siamese or Thai manuscript culture, which for the most part covered the territory or Khmer manuscript, written in Khmer and Thai, in one and the same manuscript. The main text, as you see here in the illustration, Pramalai Luang text is written in Khmer, whereas the colophon, which is here marked in red square, is written in Thai. The colophon here is of particular interest to the city of Hamburg, the World Heritage Site of Luang Prabang. Since the mid-14th century, Luang Prabang has